Okay guys, for this EOC review worksheet 4, I'm going to take your questions. This is due tomorrow when you walk in. I'm going to do as many as we possibly can together right now. So what is it that you need to see worked out? You pick. Raise hands and you pick. Ty's going to start us off.
Number 5.
Number 5. Let's start with problem number 5. Problem number 5 is asking for the perimeter of this triangle. Perimeter is just adding up the lengths of all the sides. That would be 5a minus 2 plus 6a plus 4a plus 1. And guys, make sure you have work for these problems, not just answers. Okay? So this is basically a combining like terms problem. So you're going to combine the things that are alike. The things that are alike in this problem are going to be the a's, so they go together. These 3 terms right here go together. Then you're going to put the other things together, which are the constants here and here, the numbers. So we've got 5, 4, and 6. Those add up to a total of 15a. Then you're going to take the 2 and the 1. It's negative 2. Be careful. Negative 2 and positive 1. What does that give it when you combine those? Good. And so that's going to be choice A. I'm waiting on y'all, guys. What else do you need to see? Yes, ma'am. 6, and then I'll get you next. Okay, problem number 6. Problem number 6 says, at Best Burger House, Francisco, I think is how you said it. Francisco earns $6.20. Guys, this is an old problem, guys. $6.25 per hour. Each week, 30% of his total pay is deducted for taxes. In addition, he places $10 per week after taxes in a savings account. If he wants his take-home pay to be at least, guys, that word means greater than or equal to. Make sure you know that. Greater than or equal to. That's what at least means. 150 per week. How many hours must he work? They give you a range, so it's not an exact number. It's about how many hours you got to work to fall in that area. So here we go. Let's set it up. He earns $6.25 per hour. 6.25 per hour. And he works an unknown amount of hours. What do we put down for that unknown amount of hours? X, H, whatever you want to put. Y'all said X, so I'll put X. Okay? And it says each week of his 30% of his total pay is deducted for taxes. So they're going to subtract from this 30% of this pay. So you got to do, guys, what is 30% as a decimal? 0.30 or 0.3, however you want to say it. So they're going to subtract 0.3 times this total amount, times 6.25x. Right? And then it says, in addition, he places $10 per week after taxes in a savings account. So after he does this, then he's going to do minus 10. Alright, and he wants it to be, I'm going to run out of room. I can't go left or right. Hold on. Let me see if I can get no, I can't get the left or right to come back. Let me see if I'm over far enough. And it's still going to be tight. That is going to have to be greater than or equal to 150. He wants his pay to be greater than or equal to 150. So guys, do y'all understand we've got some multiplication to do first? So you got 0.3 that you have to multiply times this 6.25. Grab your calculators. What is 0.3 times 6.25x? Well, just times 6.25 on the calculator. What is it? 1.875, and you put your x behind it, minus that 10 has got to be greater than or equal to 150. Okay, guys, you see now you got like terms. You got to combine like terms. So the ones that got to be combined are going to be the x's here and here. What is 6.25 minus 1.875? I can't hear it. What's that give you guys? 4.375x minus 10 has got to be greater than or equal to 150. Okay, guys. Then we solve this by adding 10. That'd make it 4.375x has got to be greater than or equal to 160. divide by 4.375, 4.375, and x is going to have to be greater than or equal to, take your time, get the math done, write it down, then get the math done. What's 160 divided by 4.375? 36.5? Does it have something after it, so it'd round up to 6? It doesn't matter because we're going to use it to the nearest whole number, but it'd be 36 point something. 571. Okay. So guys, we're rounding it, or we're getting it into a range. If we're getting it into a range, you should be able to tell what range that falls in right now. So what range does that fall in? D. It's going to be between 35 and 40, which is going to be D. Okay. What else do we need to see? It was right here. Yes, ma'am. Number 9. Thank you. Problem number 9 is next. Let's make sure everybody's finished writing this, and then we'll go to problem number 9. Okay, let's go to problem number 9, guys. On problem number 9. Okay. What best describes the phone company's rate? So here's a phone bill. You can tell this is old too. These phones are so old because, guys, they don't charge for phone stuff like this anymore. So it says 5 cents per minute. Okay, that's one choice. So if we do the minutes and we multiply times 5 cents, we do 10 times 0.05. Does that give us 32? Multiply that. What's 10 times 0.05? 0.5. Is that I'm trying to figure out how to ask this. Is that equal to the 32 cents that they said? No. So is that plan possible? Nope, that one's out. Okay, let's do the next one. 10 times 3.2 cents per minute. Okay, how many cents is that going to give us? 32. Is that 32 cents right here? Yes, so that's a possibility. That only works for the first one, but we're going to say that's a possibility. Okay. The next one is going to be 5 cents for the first minute. So guys, if it's 5 cents for the first minute plus 2 cents for each additional minute. Guys, how many minutes are there past the first minute if it's 10 minutes? 9. So it'd be 2 times 9. Okay. 5 plus 2 times 9. Well, that'd be 5 plus 18, which would be 23. So does that work as a possibility? Nope, that's out. Guys, you just have to, this is can you do the math? Can you do basic arithmetic? They're asking if you can do order of operations with this problem. That's what they're looking for, that very first chapters of the book that we did at the beginning. Can you think through arithmetic and set it up and get it right? For this next one, 5 cents for the first minute and 3 for each additional minute. So that'd be 5 plus 3 times 9 instead of 2 times 9. Well, that'd be 5 plus 27. And what's 5 plus 27? 32. So is that a possibility? Okay, so there's our 2 possibilities that work. Now we need to try them on the other ones. See if they work. Okay. 3.2 times 3. 3.2 times 3 minutes. We're trying out the second line right here. So 3.2 times 3. What does that give you? Huh? 9.6. So what does that do to that chance? That one's out. I'm guessing then it's going to be D. Let's make sure it works. So 5 cents for the first minute plus that, 3 cents for every additional minute. Guys, if we pay 5 cents for the first one, how many extra minutes are there if we're at a total of 3? Whoa, one more time. 3 minutes. I've already paid for one of the minutes. How many more minutes would I need? 2. So 3 times 2. What is 5 plus 3 times 2? 11. Does that work? Yep, there's our choice. Did you see we did nothing but arithmetic on the side? That's all we did. This is an arithmetic problem. It's order of operations. That's what they're checking with that problem. That and problem solving skills. Yes?
Well, I already know it, but can we just go over number 4?
Absolutely. Like why it works?
Well,
oh, you mean problem number 4.
Problem
Yes,
number
I'll get you
4.
one. Yes, absolutely. That'll be the next one I do. Absolutely. Anybody else on this one before I go on? Okay, let's do problem number 4.
Because I feel like this is one of them.
Absolutely, it's a great one to look at because Venn diagrams we don't see a lot of. It's actually a pre-skill before you come here. They're just going to put, they could show up, guys. Okay, it says we've got a Venn diagram to show the number of students book club who read science fiction, mystery, and history. Okay, so they've got the different people that read the different types of books. How many students in the book club read mystery books? So we've got mystery books. Mystery books, I'll use the highlighter as the best way to show this. Make it bigger. So here's mystery books, all of this. All these people are in the book club. Okay, the mystery book people are these people. So to get that total, what do? You add up all those numbers. So we're going to be adding up the 12, the 3, the 2, and the 4. What's that give you? It's the 21, which would be choice D. Put this down, guys. Put your work down. Show where you got your answer from. Show what numbers you're adding up. What else do we need to see, guys? I'll do any problem anywhere on the worksheet. Okay, yes ma'am, then yes sir. 10. Okay, 10 will be the next one. Let's see. Owner collects stamps and coins. The number of coins he has is 3 more than half the number of stamps. If he has 51 stamps and coins altogether, how many stamps and coins does he have? Okay, so we got stamps and coins. Those are our two variables. S equals stamps, C equals coins. Okay, it says the number of coins he has is, so coins equals 3 more than means plus 3 is going to go after something. And then it says half the number of stamps, guys. Half the number of stamps. So 1/2 the number of stamps. 1/2 the stamps. 3 more than half the stamps. Okay. If he has 51 altogether, so we'd add the stamp, the coins plus the stamps equals 51. You okay so far? Okay. So first things first. This is already set up to solve by substitution, guys. So we're going to take this, we're going to put a box around this, we're going to plug it in where the C is in this problem. That's going to make it 1/2 S plus 3 plus S equals 51. Okay, this is like key. If you have a fraction in an equation, get rid of it. What can I do to get rid of this fraction? Multiply by 2. Multiply everything by 2. That's going to make this 2 cancel out. That's just going to give me S. Plus 3 times 2 is going to be 6. Plus 2 times S is going to be 2S. And 51 times 2 is going to be 10. Is it 102? Okay. So did y'all see that, or is it just on my screen? Was it up there too? No, it went black. So I didn't know what happened. So here we go. Combine like terms. This one and this one need to go together. That's going to be S plus 2. Guys, what's S plus 2S? 3S plus 6 equals 102. Minus 6 minus 6. That gives us 3S equals 96. Check my math. Is that right? Okay. Then divide both sides by 3 and S equals 32. Okay, guys, listen to me. Yes, you could do the other part of it, and I would on the day of the EOC to check it. But do you already know your answer? Yes, your answer is here. We'll show you how to check it. You just plug it back into here. It'd make it C equals 1/2. It's doing it again. 1/2 times 32 plus 3, which is C equals, half of 32, guys, would be 16 plus 3, which means C equals 19. That confirms it. It shows you it's the right answer. It's doing weird things, guys. I'm just going to check and make sure it's plugged in. If it's going black, is what it's doing. It's very odd. Okay, guys. What else do you want me to do? Who was it I said I'd go to? I did yours, right? Okay, Joe. Number what? 2? Oh, the one I just did? Okay. What else? Yes, ma'am. 13. Problem number 13 is going to be our next one. Let's go to 13. Okay, which function could best represent the relationship? So you're looking for what happens between the numbers. So you're looking over here, the change every time that you're going up by. Sorry, it's going slow. Is +1 every time. You're trying to find out what happens over here on these numbers to see what it does when you're plugging these in. The easiest thing to do is to go through and plug them in and see what happens as you go through it. So if I plug in 0 to this first one, it'd be 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 would be 2. The next one would be 2 plus 1 would be 3. So 1, 2, 3. Do you see it doesn't work because you end up at 5. Do it again for the next one. You're going to plug into the x squared plus 1. Alright? So when you plug into the x squared plus 1, you'd be looking at this problem and you'd have, let's see, 0 squared plus 1 would be 0 plus 1 be 1. I'm just making tables, guys. That's all I'm doing. The next one would be 1 squared plus 1, which 1 squared would be 1 plus 1 be 2. The next one would be 2 squared plus 1, which would be 4 plus 1, which would be 5. We're on track. We got the answers right so far. Let's do the next one. It'd be 3 squared plus 1. 3 squared would be 9. 9 plus 1 would be 10. And then the last one of this would be 4 squared plus 1, which would be 16 plus 1, which would be 17, which works all the way down, which means it's going to be choice B. Yep. What else? Yes. 14? Absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry. Anybody still working? I apologize. I didn't ask. Okay. 14. Okay, so we've got this graph. It asks for a line perpendicular to it. Oh, okay, absolutely. So in order for things to be perpendicular, they have to have what's called opposite reciprocal slopes. So if your slope is originally A over B, it has to flip over, make it B over A, and change it to the opposite sign of what it was. So in this case, we're going to look for a slope on this line. So you're looking for all these intersection points, and you're going to try to find a slope. Slope is in the formula rise over run. So to do slope, you'd go up 1 and you'd go over 2. 1 over 2. Okay. So guys, if we want to flip this over and change the sign, what would the slope of the new line be? First of all, is it going to be positive or negative? Negative. And what is the reciprocal of 1 over 2? Negative 2, which reduces down to negative 2. And so the only choice that has a slope of negative 2 would be A. Okay, so the idea of opposite reciprocals, okay? What else, guys? Again, I'm doing as many as I can get in. If you've got to get this done. So what else do you want to see? Y'all just want to do homework. 12. Okay, and I'll get you next if I don't get you. If we get there. 12. The dimensions of the garden are shown. What? Oh, absolutely. The area, guys. What's the formula for area of any rectangle? Length times width. Write that down. Area equals length times width. They're going to expect you to know that. So length in this case is x plus 5. Width in this case is x plus 3. If I want to multiply those, I have to do what? FOIL. Thank you. FOIL. I have to FOIL. First, outer, inner, last. I have to FOIL this. The first two are going to multiply to give me x squared. The outer two are going to multiply to give me 3x. The inner two are going to multiply to give me 5x. And the last two are going to multiply to give me 15. I'm going to combine like terms in the middle. It's going to be x squared plus 8x plus 15, which is choice D. We've got time for one or two more. Trying to get a couple more in. What else? Okay, yes, sir. 11? Absolutely. 11. Okay, problem number 11 down here. It says Randy is thinking of a number when he, okay, guys. So, we're starting somewhere, okay? It says he's thinking of a number. We don't know what it is, so we're going to call it x. When he adds 7, he multiplies the sum by 3, so he has to multiply the whole thing by 3. Then after that, he's going to subtract 2. The result is, the answer is, it equals 13. You have an equation to solve. That's all it is, an equation, but it's in words. You just have to set it up. So to solve this, the first thing we got to get rid of is going to be, well, we can distribute first. That'll be easier for most y'all. Let's distribute first. It's going to make it 3x plus 21 minus 2 equals 13. You need to combine your like terms. The like terms are going to be right here. What is 21 minus 2? 19. So plus 19 equals 13. We're going to minus 19 from both sides. It's going to make it 3x is equal to, what is 13 minus 19? Negative 6. And dividing both sides by 3 makes it x equals negative 2. Last one, anybody? If not, I'll just let you go. But anybody? Yes, sir. 7? Let's look at 7. Oh, great, guys. This is that vertical line test. We haven't seen this in a long time since we did functions. If it's going to pass, it's going to hit once or less, 1 or less times. Okay? If it fails, it's going to hit 2 or more times. So in order to be a function, it can only hit 1 time. Is this a function? Yes or no?
No.
It hits how many times?
2.
2, so it's out. That's out. Is this a function?
No.
No. How many times does it hit? 2, it's out. Okay? Is this a function? Maybe. We'll see. It hits once, so that's a possibility. Is this a function? No. It's got 2 hits. That's it. So your only choice is B. Okay, guys. So, get packed up. So, you're going to finish this up for homework.